Look around you, at a cafe, on the subway, at a party. You see it everywhere. Groups of friends, together, yet completely alone, glued to their iPhones. The glow from the screen casts a pale digital light on their faces, obscuring their expressions as they scroll, tap, and swipe in silent unison. When did the smartphone stop being a tool and start becoming an identity? And why, for Gen Z, has the iPhone become a sort of mini-religion, complete with its own doctrine of cool and its own class of heretics? This isn't just another critique of phone addiction. This is a deeper look at a cultural phenomenon that has turned a device into a social standard, a gatekeeper for belonging. What was once a symbol of innovation and connection has slipped into a cycle of dependency, performative display, and social pressure. Today, GENSHIFT is calling it what it is. We're going to crack open this iPhone culture and show you why it's not the phone that's pathetic, but the way we've let it define our value. Get ready to reclaim your identity. Hit that subscribe button now to join us in navigating tomorrow's mind and the technologies shaping our world. 1. From device to status symbol, the rise of iPhone culture. To understand how we got here, we have to grasp the sheer scale of the iPhone's dominance. It isn't just a popular phone. For Gen Z in the Western world, it's the default. As of 2025, Apple commands over 57% of the entire US smartphone market. In Europe, it's a formidable 34%. When a single product achieves this level of market saturation within a generation, it ceases to be a choice. It becomes a norm, and choosing to exist outside that norm comes with a social cost. This didn't happen by accident, it was engineered. Apple's marketing genius has never been about listing technical specs. Instead, they sell an idea, a lifestyle. Their advertising is clean, simple, and emotional, focusing on creativity, connection, and a seamless user experience. They don't sell you a phone. They sell you a better version of yourself. And for a generation raised on personal branding, this message is irresistible. Research confirms that Gen Z actively uses Apple products as a tool for impression management, a way to signal competence, creativity, and even a higher social status. The sleek device in your hand becomes a testament to your taste, and by extension, your worth. But the most potent weapon in Apple's cultural arsenal isn't an ad campaign. It's a color. Two colors, actually, blue and green. In iMessage, texts between iPhones appear in a friendly, serene blue bubble. Texts from an Android phone, however, arrive in a jarring alien green. This isn't just a design choice. It's a powerful psychological trigger that creates a digital caste system. The green bubble disrupts the seamless ecosystem of features like FaceTime, high-quality media sharing, and animated reactions. It's a visual cue that someone is outside the club. This creates a subtle but pervasive us versus them mentality, where the green bubble is seen as an inconvenient, inferior experience. The social consequences are shockingly real. Teenagers and young adults openly admit to excluding and even refusing to date green bubble users, associating them with being low status or out of touch. Herein lies the most brilliant and perhaps most insidious aspect of this culture. Apple has effectively outsourced its brand enforcement to its own user base. The social pressure to own an iPhone isn't just about the prestige of the Apple logo. It's about the functional and social friction of not owning one. Your own friends become the gatekeepers. They aren't trying to be malicious. They are simply responding to the ecosystem they live in, an ecosystem designed to make conformity feel effortless and dissent feel like a hassle. The iPhone transformed from a mere device into a status symbol the moment its absence became more noticeable than its presence. 2. The digital mirror, the psychology of performative living. This social pressure pushes us not just to own the device, but to use it in a very specific way, as a portal to what we call the digital mirror. The iPhone is the primary stage where Gen Z constructs, performs, and seeks validation for their identity. To understand the power of this mirror, we need to look at a concept from the 1950s, social comparison theory. It states that humans have an innate drive to evaluate themselves, often by comparing themselves to others, especially when there are no objective standards. Historically, our comparisons were limited to our immediate community, but social media, accessed 24/7 through our iPhones, has supercharged this instinct. We are no longer comparing ourselves to our neighbors, we are comparing our behind-the-scenes reality to the curated highlight reels of millions, all algorithmically selected to keep us engaged. This environment gives rise to performative living, where our online persona becomes a carefully constructed performance for an audience. We are all actors, directors, and editors of our own life's movie, using the iPhone's camera to capture the perfect shot, the perfect angle, the perfect moment that projects the identity we want the world to see. This isn't inherently bad. Self-expression is human, but it becomes dangerous when the performance is no longer a reflection of the self, but a replacement for it, driven by a relentless need for validation. This need is fueled by a powerful neurotransmitter, dopamine, and it's crucial to understand what dopamine actually does. It's often called the pleasure chemical, but that's a misconception. Dopamine is the motivation chemical. It's released not when we receive a reward, but in anticipation of one, driving us to seek it out. Social media platforms are engineered to be the ultimate dopamine slot machines. They operate on a variable reward schedule, the same principle that makes gambling so addictive. You post a photo, and you don't know if you'll get one like or 100. You pull down to refresh your feed, and you don't know what new content you'll see. It's this unpredictability that keeps you coming back, pulling the lever again and again. Imagine you have a dopamine battery in your brain. Every notification, a like, a comment, a tag, gives it a small charge, a little hit of anticipation and social validation. It feels good. But when the notifications stop, the battery starts to drain. You feel a sense of unease, a phantom buzz in your pocket, an urge to check. That feeling is your brain craving its next hit, pushing you to re-engage, to perform again. This creates a vicious cycle, the Performance-Validation Treadmill. We perform an identity in the digital mirror, we are rewarded with dopamine-inducing validation, and that reward reinforces the need to keep performing. Over time, our sense of self-worth becomes dangerously externalized, dependent not on who we are, but on how well our performance is received by the anonymous crowd behind the screen. 3. The price of addiction, time, mental health, and real life. So, what is the actual cost of living in this culture? Of running on this treadmill day after day? The first price we pay is our most finite resource, time. The numbers are staggering. As of 2025, the average member of Gen Z spends 9 hours per day looking at a screen. Let that sink in, 9 hours. That is more than a full-time job. It's more than most people sleep. It represents a colossal transfer of our waking lives from the physical world into the digital mirror. This isn't just downtime, it's a fundamental restructuring of human existence. And this time, Heist comes with a severe tax on our mental health. The link is no longer speculative. It's a documented public health crisis. Data from the CDC shows that teenagers who spend 4 or more hours a day on screens are more than twice as likely to experience symptoms of anxiety and depression compared to those with less screen time. The constant social comparison, the pressure to perform, and the fear of missing out create a perfect storm for mental distress. The very device that promises connection is, ironically, fueling an epidemic of loneliness. We've become experts at curating digital connections, but in doing so, we've neglected the messy, unedited, and deeply necessary practice of real-world human interaction. We are, as the saying goes, alone together. Beyond time and mood, this culture is rewiring our brains. The constant stream of notifications, rapid context switching, and short-form content is eroding our ability to focus. Research has measured a dramatic decline in our collective attention spans. In the early 2000s, the average attention span on a single screen was about 2.5 minutes. By 2012, it had plummeted to just 75 seconds. Today, it's likely even shorter. This isn't just about being easily distracted, it's about losing the capacity for deep thought, for sustained concentration, and for the kind of creative boredom that leads to genuine insight. But the most profound, most pathetic cost is the one that's hardest to measure, the opportunity cost to our identity. The 9 hours a day spent managing a digital persona is 9 hours not spent building an authentic, resilient internal one. Adolescence and young adulthood are the critical years for figuring out who you are through trial and error, through awkward conversations, through unfilmed moments of joy and failure. The iPhone culture offers a shortcut, a way to get the feeling of validation without the hard work of self-development. It's a trade-off. We're exchanging the slow, difficult process of building a stable inner self for the fast, easy dopamine of external approval. And that is a price no amount of likes can ever repay. 4. Reclaiming the iPhone from master to tool. This diagnosis sounds bleak, but it is not a eulogy for a lost generation. It is a call to action. Because the same generation that has been most shaped by this technology is also the most equipped to change its relationship with it. The solution isn't to smash our iPhones and move to the woods. The solution is to evolve from being passive users into fluent masters of our technology. We need to develop what is called digital fluency. This goes beyond digital literacy, knowing how to use an app. Digital fluency is the wisdom to know why, when, and if we should use it at all, aligning our digital habits with our real-life values. This starts with a simple but powerful act, a digital declutter. The goal is to transform your phone from a slot machine back into a tool. Turn off every single notification that doesn't come from a real human being. Your phone should work for you, not for a corporation's engagement metrics. Next, curate your home screen. Move all the bottomless bowl apps, social media, news feeds, anything with an infinite scroll, off the first page and into a folder. Your home screen should only contain tools, your calendar, maps, camera, notes. This small bit of friction forces you to make a conscious choice to open a distracting app instead of doing it out of muscle memory. Set your screen to grayscale. A black and white world is far less appealing to our reward-seeking brains. The second step is mindful engagement. Before you unlock your phone, take one breath and ask yourself a simple question. What is my intention? Are you looking up a specific piece of information, or are you just bored and seeking a distraction? This tiny pause can be the difference between using your phone with purpose and falling into a mindless scroll. Create sacred, tech-free spaces and times. The dinner table is for conversation, the bedroom is for sleeping. Charge your phone in another room overnight and buy a cheap alarm clock. Reclaiming the first and last moments of your day from the screen is a revolutionary act of self-care. It's also important to recognize that you're fighting an uphill battle. As organizations like the Center for Humane Technology have revealed, these devices are designed to be addictive, part of a massive attention economy competing for your focus. Your struggle isn't a personal failure. It's a human response to an inhumanly persuasive system. Ultimately, achieving digital fluency is a metacognitive skill. It's the practice of thinking about how you use technology. Each of these strategies, decluttering your screen, pausing before you open an app, is designed to insert a moment of conscious thought between an impulse and an action. By repeatedly making that conscious choice, you weaken the automatic addictive habit and strengthen the neural pathways of intentionality. You are not just changing your settings, you are rewiring your brain and reclaiming your cognitive sovereignty. Conclusion. The iPhone isn't inherently pathetic. It's a marvel of engineering that has connected the globe and put a universe of knowledge in our pockets. What's pathetic is the culture of dependency we've allowed to grow around it. A culture that convinces us our value is measured in followers, our lives are a performance, and our attention is a commodity to be sold. But Gen Z has the power to write a new script. You have the self-awareness to see the system for what it is and the fluency to change it. We can master this technology instead of letting it master us. We can use it to build genuine community, not just to chase clout. We can make our phones tools for a life well lived, not the life itself. What's one change you're going to make to reclaim your focus? Share it in the comments below. Let's build a community that uses tech to live better, not just to scroll more. And if this resonated, subscribe to GENSHIFT for more deep dives into the forces shaping our future.